Whoever wins out of these two will be going on to face them, and obviously it will be Copenhagen Wolves up against ESC Icy Box. So it's going to be a hard game. We've got some really classic players playing in this one. I think we only have to look towards the ESC lineup to see that. But Copenhagen Wolves, within their own right, certainly a strong team. So where's your money on this one? Because you didn't. You're telling me outside. Well, you know, I wanted Party Dallas to win the whole time.
I'd say wanted.
You said you knew they were going to win, and I was like, okay, Jason.
I just didn't want to be that guy.
Jason.
You know. Oh, you're putting me out on this one. I don't know. I'm slightly biased towards Copenhagen Wolves because that was the first team I've ever seen beat NIP when I casted these games, and they did it in such a fashion where Dupree just kind of he stole my heart a little bit. He just played so phenomenally well in that entire game. Even Zip actually did extremely well in the game, and they obviously have changed up the roster a little bit, I believe. But I don't know. ESC, as we saw him yesterday, 16-1 against N Faculty. No one was really expecting that, I believe. I mean, we were looking at it not to be so one-sided, at least. And
where are you calling it, though? Give me...
See,
you're like
what I'm doing is I'm running
fluff,
on both sides of the fence. I'm not really saying a name.
You gotta go on one. No, you backed out of your last prediction by saying, well, I knew Party Dallas were going to win deep down. Give me a call on this one. Come on. Let's hear it.
I would say...
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you, Lauren. All right. I have to mute your mic or something. No. I think, to me, Copenhagen Wolves are a team that will never let off the pedal. They'll never take the foot off the gas. Doesn't matter who they're playing, doesn't matter where it is. They will always try 100%. And to me, I think they're going to take this game. Okay,
so you're going for them. They are ranked 2 at the moment. No, I'm just kidding. That is a safe bet, because they are ranked 2, obviously, in the overall standings currently, whereas ESC more towards the 10th position. They kind of started stepping up in the later half, but they've never made it through to a semi-finals. That's the important part to bear in mind as well. They've got, you know, close, but they've always just kind of been pipped to the post there. So it's the first time they'll be at this predicament, but obviously with the caliber of players they have, it's no new situation to them, you know what I mean? They've got Taz, they've got Neo. These guys have been there and done it years before the rest.
I'm not hearing you call out a team, though.
No, I'm thinking. I want ESC to win, but I think Copenhagen Wolves will do. So they are just getting ready at the moment. Hopefully they'll be in this one nice and quickly. But my heart is with ESC, but my head is definitely with Copenhagen Wolves. And let's bear in mind their performances on Inferno prior to this. So ESC, they haven't had a bad run of it, but it's not been great. That's the thing to bear in mind. They went into, I believe it was double overtime with Awesome, which has, you know, some fairly decent players. This was in this cup alone. They've lost to Na'Vi, they lost to Virtus Pro, so they don't have the best record on Inferno recently. Then Copenhagen Wolves, also not the best. They've lost to Na'Vi, they lost to NIP, but they did manage to beat Refuse recently. So it's very hard to call with map in mind, but I'm finding this one very, very hard to predict just because they're such different beasts within their own element.
I think we can agree that I think if ESC plays like they played yesterday against Faculty, they have a very good chance of winning this game. I mean, Bialy, he was just on par with every shot he pulled off was just amazing. So was Snacks, and they have a member on every team that can really be exceptional. It just depends on if they can bring it that day.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I still find this one very hard to call because, as I said, my heart is truly with ESC. I love these guys when they really can turn up. We saw Pasha not too long ago being the biggest monster in the world, just annihilating so many people. And if he's on point, he can be their danger player. But then again, Taz can do it as well. It's so hard to predict.
Who's the stand-up player, do you think, for both teams? I mean, you always... I mean, I think it was yesterday you said Pasha against N Faculty.
Yeah, he didn't really come into effect.
Yeah, unfortunately for him.
I think on this one, it's once again Taz or Pasha, depending on where Copenhagen Wolves go. But for Copenhagen Wolves, I've always got to give it to Freese. I know you mentioned Dupree earlier, but Freese for me is just so spot on. The man's got stunning aim, whether it's with the AWP or not. He's a real player to watch. So certainly for me, it's going to be him. But I don't know. It's all about where they push, where they handle it. You know, you get players like Get Right on this, maybe not being the most, you know, phenomenal game player, but you know, for NIP, he gets around the back for them. He gets, you know, these 1 and 2 kills that really make all the odds, and certainly can be done by both of these two. But I don't know, very hard to call for me.
You know, to me, okay, I said Dupree earlier, and I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with my guns on this because we saw Dozier last week. It was the Navi versus Stada Dragons game when he held B by himself. He got those 2 or 3 kills that really turned it around for him. And I remember casting with Joe, I believe it was in last season, where dupreeh did the same thing at B. Like he did it in a different style where he took back the site pretty much by himself, and he just played so phenomenally well then on Inferno. I think, to me, he's the man to watch, and it's, like you said, it depends on where ESC goes. It depends on where they want to run this, and we've seen a lot of teams, you know, going A, we've seen a lot of teams going B, and it's just about what does ESC feel, what's their style for this game, and only time's gonna really tell us here.
Yeah, exactly that. So guys at home, do let us know your predictions as well. Obviously, you can tweet at RaidCall EMS1, at myself, at They Call Me Pansy, and Jason Kaplan, at JCapLol, the dear poor person sat next to me. So there's obviously that to bear in mind, that we do want to hear from you guys as well, because as much as I'd love to give this one, you know, in the bag to Copenhagen Wolves just off their ranking, this whole season has been up and downs of, you know, some teams turning up, some teams really struggling, some shining in certain cups and then being extremely quiet in the others. But as you've got to bear in mind, both these teams are now safe, so it's more of a warm-up, or, you know, both trying to make sure they've got their mindset towards those playoffs, the offline finals, and the group stages, obviously, and just who can really perform. But they don't want to show their whole hand as well. You don't want to give away too much. Yeah, and if we look back to last season, we actually had Copenhagen Wolves and ESC both get into the offline playoffs, but ESC lost to Virtus Pro 0-2. And we saw Copenhagen Wolves go 1-2 against Very Games, which for them, they did go on to, in the end, to win it out completely. But, you know, they haven't had the greatest track record offline so far, at least within the EMS series. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Yeah, it's definitely hard to call here. So hopefully their fifth player will join up. If we can get an update from the admins as to where the one and only Pasha is. I don't think anyone's going to be, you know, pestering him to get on the server. He's quite a big guy. If you haven't seen Pasha's biceps before, there's something to note. Yeah, no one is going to be like telling him to get on that server right now, or else it's more of like, sir, can you please turn up? I like how you pointed out his biceps. Dude, everyone in chat will know about Pasha's biceps. Guys in chat, let him know about Pasha's biceps, please. He's looking at Twitch chat right now. Do tell him about Pasha and his biceps, because hot damn. Yeah. So anyway, just to take you through the lineups, in case you are, you know, if you've been living under a rock or something like that, Copenhagen Wolves have switched up their lineup somewhat since we last saw them here at the offline finals. This time around, it's Fetish, Zip, Pimp, dupreeh, and Freeze. A little bit of a Fnatic mix-up in there, and certain other teams kind of thrown together. Whereas ESC, they've once again have a change since last time we saw them at the offline finals. Obviously not saying either of these two will make it there, but it's certainly a viable chance that one of them will if the other doesn't. It's Snacks, Taz, Neo, Bialy, and the missing Pasha in his biceps. Pasha's biceps too strong. See? There you go. Do you say the missing person is Pasha's biceps? Yes. His biceps are his own entity? Yes. Okay, impressive. Yes. There you go. I don't know if I can trust Max. You need to click that picture right there. That's it. Oh my god. Exactly. That's him seeing the biceps. That's the reaction. It's a frag movie within itself, like one screenshot. Does he like kiss them before he actually like starts to play? I really hope he does. I would love that. That would be fantastic. But yeah, we are still waiting on that final player. Has there been an update from the admins as to where the missing player may be? The last person didn't have the map. Pasha didn't have the map, but he will be joining in about 1 minute, supposedly. That's what we like to hear. So the game will be underway nice and quickly. And as we said, this is the second semi-final. Will still be a best of one, so it all comes down to this. And it's just about how they turn up on the day. That's the danger and the glory of best of ones as well. Yeah, it's like... It's so unfortunate for some teams, because I've seen teams in the past in multiple games where, you know, they don't really heavily favor the best of one, but because, you know, it's 4 cups, you have the opportunity multiple times to get in there, multiple times to get your points, and these two teams here are playing a little bit for pride, you know. They both didn't do too well last season in the offline finals, and they both have made it to the semis now. Both are qualified for the group stages, but... sometimes the semis just not enough. Yeah, sometimes it's not, and ESC, I mean, considering they haven't gotten past the semis just yet, or even into the semis so far, they want to get into the finals. They want to go up against the party. Against the party, indeed. I really hate their name as well. I'm just going to put it out there into Twitch chat. I really hate the Party Daddlers name as a team. It makes me very, very sad to have to say that on a consistent basis. But yeah, we are still waiting on there to join up, and while we do, I'm just talking rubbish. It's pretty much what happens. I mean, biceps aren't rubbish. That's very true. Have you seen mine lately? You've been hitting up the gym, haven't you? I hit up the gym once, and I am still paying for it. Oh, I am sore beyond belief. Like, he stands up and he groans like an old man. It's fantastic. It's like Red Eye's back here. Except it's not my back that's having problems. I actually could almost not stand up last break. And we ran for 10 minutes.
And I'm like, I'm a pretty skinny guy. Like, it looks like I can run for a decent amount. I used to be able to, but my body was just like, Jason, I hate you right now. And you have to keep in mind that most of my body is in my lower half anyways. I have really long legs.
League.
I said legs. I said specifically for that.
Oh, okay. But maybe you can go to the same gym as Pasha and he can help you out a bit. You know, go through tactics with you and get you pumped up. Apollo's been kind of running you ragged already, so we might need a switch of trainer. All I'm saying. But no, we are just waiting for this one to get underway. And they are taking their time.
I don't even know how to take that.
And yes, he does have the esports gym. There you go, see? Look, Pasha has the esports gym. There we go. That could be you. There's Pasha at the top. You can join up.
Does he really? No, that's not him on the top.
That
without
is
a shirt.
him.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
There you go. You can join up to the esports gym.
I can understand, like, if you're a professional esports player, you have the ability to like work out like that every day.
Yeah.
So it kind of amazes me that people don't take advantage of that a little bit more. I mean, it's impressive.
Are you saying the gamers are fat?
I'm not. I'm just saying I'm a gamer and I'm completely out of shape.
Okay, fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. So we can learn how to start fat reduction in next week's show.
Show us, Tim. How can we start fat reduction? I can't read that from here.
Many players that spend hours on practicing skills on them favorite game don't care about the way they look.
So it's Google translated.
Oh, wow. This is fantastic.
I'm learning.
Do bear in mind, guys, we are keeping eyes on the game. There is actually no one in currently. So, well, there is. They're just waiting on that last player. And by the way, do have a read.
Is he working on the website right now?
That's
why he's not in the game.
Maybe that's what's happening. You know, just...
I'll give him credit though. This is impressive. Like to actually, for instance, League of Legends, Snoopy. Like he did like a get fit with him thing where he played the game
he's pretty fit, right?
Depending on, well, he's pretty fit, yeah. But depending on how many like kills or times he died would determine how many push-ups or sit-ups he had to do. And it's a good movement, you know, get people more active like that.
To be fair, like I'm not sure if the Snoopy stare or the forest stare is more terrifying. Like I don't know if you've been made aware of the forest stare. I think if guys in chat, if you have a link,
I think he did it to Heaton, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a solid stare. It's a terrifying one. Like I still put Forrest as one of the most influential esports members and players that there's ever been. Like he's one of the most creative and phenomenal just general players there's been, and to see him doing that was wonderful. He looked.
I'm sorry, I was distracted
so
by the picture of Pasha.
It is easy to get distracted. He has joined the server, so let's get back into the action and stop looking at Pasha in all his glory and give you some game sounds. And we'll be getting underway into the first knife, I do believe, to decide which side they're going on. So, Jason, why don't you take us into this one, buddy?
I'm just... What have we become? We've been talking about Pasha and his biceps for the past, like, 5-10 minutes.
They're glorious biceps, Jason. Get back in the game.
Have you seen my six-pack?
I don't think anyone's seen your
It's in my fridge, you know, beer. But anyways, you do have the knife round going on here, and we saw a little bit of interesting things happen last time, but you're not really going to be expecting too much. But, you know, to you, personally, to you personally, you would favor the CT side, right? You'd want to start on the CT side here. But we saw a party last time, you would favor the terrorist side on Dust 2, but they just completely stomped Na'Vi, going 10-5 in the first half on CT.
Well, I spoke with Flaren before, and he's of the mindset that if a team's more comfortable on one side, just always go for it. It doesn't matter what the bias is, and no bias bar maybe Nuke is that much to make you worry. It's something to keep in mind, but it's where you feel comfortable, and if you feel as though you can go on the harder side and pick up a good amount of rounds and go into the arguably easier one, you should be fine. It's all about the comfort zone, personally, for me, and seeing where people feel they can strive, the most, or at least kind of extend their lead and get to that comfortable point. So
yeah, I completely agree with that. I mean, it's just all about comfort. I mean, yeah, the percents can mean everything to some teams, but if a team feels more confident, like for instance, Nuke. I mean, I'm gonna just go ahead on a limb here and say most teams, if not all teams, will take the CT side. But the maps where it's a little bit more closer, you can just take the side that you're more comfortable on. And as we saw just previously, it worked out very well for the party. I'm gonna call them the party now. Not party dabblers anymore, just the party.
The party.
Yeah, the party.
All right.
But anyways, we're getting underway here with the first round between Copenhagen Wolves and ESC ICY. This is the last semifinal of Cup number 4 for the fall 2013 season. And the winner of this does go on to a best of 3 in the finals against the party for a chance to win $600 and the 100 points. We already do see some action happening, and we see pretty much a 5-man rush coming down middle from ESC. They're going to actually peek out here. They're going to pick up 2 kills, and I don't think Copenhagen Wolves are really expecting us to even pick up a third. Taz headshotting onto dupreeh here, and the last 2 members of Copenhagen Wolves are rotating over from this B site, coming through CT spawn. Neo picks up 1. He's going to be able to pick up another if he does turn around, but no, he actually backs away, and this is a quick round, 5-1 here. Fetish, last man standing. I'm not sure he can be able to do this. He's down to 2 HP, and ESC lose no one on the first pistol round, rushing down middle.
I don't even know what to make of that. I don't think I can call it.
I got it.
Yeah?
So ESC's balls are as big as Pasha's biceps to just run down middle and do that.
Dear God. Who am I casting with? Anyway.
An American.
America. All right, so it's a 3-2 standard kind of formation, let's just call it, for the CT side. Freeze will be locking down the CT arch, whereas Quad towards dupreeh, Pimp towards the apartments. Fetish and Zip are getting fairly aggressive down Banana early on, just getting those nades going down. And they're looking like they want to start something going, maybe find a little bit of a way back through here, get a couple of kills. And ESC are respecting that. They're taking their time. They're obviously not going to go for that same all-in rush here. Fetish just does get tagged up, actually. Only got 4 damage dealt towards Pasha. And we are just waiting to see where the T-side decide to kind of put their focus towards and start that push going. It does seem to be A now. They've taken down that 1 player from the CT arch, forcing in at least 1 rotate from Fetish from B. And now it's time to really execute what they wanted, and it is the B push. They've adapted round already. And you can see the likes of Taz just bursting straight forward. He can actually catch Fetish on the pushback round. Lovely play from ESC. Dragging the CT side one way and actually pulling the other. So leaving only Pimp and dupreeh alive. Bomb is now down. dupreeh through the CT spawn. Now I'm just going to wait it out. Snack's just double checking sights clear. It was a very quick push. Pimp, though, through mid. Might have been spotted by Neo Bialy. Actually, well, he wasn't initially spotted, but he got found anyways. Now dupreeh is the last man standing in a 1v5. He's got nothing to lose here. He's got to get in. He's found Snacks, at least. Now he's got Taz, Neo, Pasha, and Bialy in his way, and Taz will be the one to claim it. And a very well-executed round for ESC there.
Scumbag Snacks. First one to die on his team here right there. But wow, great job at ESC so far. And just like you said, they pushed one way, they pulled the other, and they pretty much split the wolves up. They spread them thin. We're able to take yet another round here. But going into this one, it looks like we will see just another pretty much standard save come out of the wolves. And you would imagine that ESC should be able to pick up this round for free here. Well, not for free, obviously, but we do see actually Pimp very pushed up here towards A.
Look at that stack at B as well from the Copenhagen Wolves. They have 4 players, I believe, there. Just Pimp at A.
And ESC, I mean, give them credit. They're playing it very safe. They could just rush B. They could just rush A, but they're playing very safe. They don't want to get caught here. We do see Pasha already pick up the first kill here. Going to be looking for a second momentarily as Taz backs him up. They pick up 3, and that stops that 4-man stack, and that kind of gives ESC the idea that, hey, you know, they stacked a lot here. We could probably go A, and right now the bomb's actually still down. They haven't really picked it up and rushed to site just yet. Playing very cautious, and for good reason. There's a lot on the line right now. I mean, those 100 points, if they can snatch those up, would be able to change around where they will be in the seedings and might give them an easier group in the end. So see Snacks going head-to-head against Pimp, and out of 3 rounds, Copenhagen Wolves have only picked up 1 kill.
Yep, and it's your man dupreeh doing it at least. So
yeah!
One part of the prediction so far is going well. But no, Copenhagen Wolves, they need to start turning it around now. There's no way about it. There's no 2 ways about it, should I say. And, well, ESC, the way they've been playing, they've really run the Copenhagen Wolves ragged at the moment. They haven't allowed them any sort of room to breathe. We are seeing Freeze with that AWP, and this is the man I've been looking towards to really get that damage done. So hopefully he can get a little bit of a shot off. But the vast majority of the opposition are actually down second mid, so he's got to be a little bit careful. He's well aware of it now. Those shots have been rattling through apartments. dupreeh and Pimp, I can imagine, will back away from that. They don't want to be, you know, losing out too early on. Don't want to give away anything too soon. Snacks is in there, as is Neo. Oh, we could find Freeze here. That's a big kill from Neo. Opening up that A site, he expected a bit of a counter. Nothing to come from it. Now it's just 2 members per site. Zip and Fetish by B. Pimp and dupreeh by A. The thing is that ESC haven't really decided where they're pushing it as well. Once again, forcing Fetish to have to get back round by A by leaving the likes of, you know, Neo there, leaving, I believe it's Taz as well, it's Snacks, excuse me. So they really are making them work for this, where the rest of the side will be going up Banana, completely splitting off again and leaving only Zip to stand by B. Stunning, stunning stuff. Smokes and flashes coming out. Fetish doing work though. He's found Neo, but will they recognize that the rest of the team are now down Banana? 25 seconds left. It's going to be an all-in from ESC. They are making the move now towards that B site. Fire now coming from the back. That's Fetish there, but it's not going to be picked up just yet. Dupree still dug in deep on the site. Where is this man? Oh, excuse me, it was Zip. He's found two. He gets taken down Bialy eventually, and now Pasha left in a 1v3. Nice turnaround and retake from the Copenhagen Wolves with just 8 seconds left on the board. They did lock it down, and I think it's a big congratulations to Zip them for holding on alone, as Fetish had to come all the way back round from A.
And considering ESC had the early kill on the freeze, they had that 5-on-4 advantage. And I don't know whether it was a smart or an unsmart move. I'm not going to say stupid because they're a lot better at this game than I am, but to kind of delay right there and then to push B with such little time left. They weren't able to lock it down. They weren't able to get the flashes and smokes out of the Wolves that they really wanted to. And because of that, they ended up losing their first round to the Wolves and looking to kind of redeem themselves here. They do currently have 4 pushing up alt middle, and Pasha and his biceps alone are going to hold down Banana here. And that's what they've pretty much just stuck to. Let's maybe see if someone can push, try to get a pick here, but to me, they have to be able to close the round a little bit easier than that when they have that main man down on freeze. They have the AWP down. Pasha looking for a shot here, but not going to be able to get it anytime soon. And it looks like the rest of ESC are trying to push up this A site. They do currently have the bomb there. On to Tass. It looks like that will be the site to hit. And Pasha's trying to run a distraction over at B. And freeze this time with an M4. Going to be holding from the archway side. And here come the setup smokes and the setup flashes. So it looks like we will have that push finally coming in. Pimp, he's going to be in pit. Will he be able to pick up a kill on a snack? So he actually jumps down. He doesn't spot him, but he does get the kill into eventually. Gets one, gets two, gets Taz. He's dropping down. But Bialy finally shuts him down. Neo going to be backing him up from the side here. They're going to try to push in, but they're smoked out. Bialy has no clear shot, but he still gets one anyways on to Freeze. So now it's a 3-on-3 situation. And just as quick as that happens, it goes into a 3-on-0. And Copenhagen Wolves, second gun round of the game for themselves, lock down the second round.
Yeah, and I've got to say, they're so quick at adapting to whatever ESC are pulling out now. Let's check in with the scoreboard, see what's going on. Bialy, well, the newer additions towards ESC, actually at the top, 6-2 at the moment. Pasha and Neo not too far behind, as is Taz, and then Snacks at the bottom. For Copenhagen Wolves, it's Zip, Fetish, Dupree, and Pimp all performing, but Freeze yet to get a kill. So the man I actually said is going to be doing well. Not quite there yet. Double nading down Banana for the CT side early on. They are starting their push towards A. Well, at least they've teased it enough to make the Copenhagen Wolves believe so. Snacks being the one to split off. Covering with just 1 AK and 4 pistols. Pasha has that to hand. Snacks, though, gets swatted back by the apartments down to just 4 HP. They are still trying to win this one out. They're not going to go for that quick, fast, hell for leather strategy this time around. They are trying to work any sort of pick possible. And look at this crossfire between Freeze and Dupree. It's waiting for Neo to walk into this one, because Dupree can back away if it needs to and allow Freeze to come through, but he's dealt with Neo quite comfortably, bring it to a 5v4. You see, running quite low on time now as well, 45 seconds. They are just really taking their time. They're trying to draw them out, trying to get a little bit of a lack of discipline possibly showing from the CT side, but I don't think there's any danger of that right now. Copenhagen Wolves definitely want to make this one an even round, bring it back to 3-3. So, 25 seconds left. They're going to have to make their move. It's got to be the B side as well. And there's more of a presence from the CT side there, but Taz has dealt with Zip. Fetish now comes in, finds one, but Pasha shuts him down. Freeze in a great position, though. 1, 2, he's going to have to look for the third, and he's got it. Stunning play from Freeze. I told you to keep eyes on him, and that's exactly as to why. He worked that smoke like it was his own, and that has just allowed them back all even, all square, 3-3.
That was a really nice play out of him. Coming in from behind like that. I mean, you saw them. They didn't really expect him to be there with that smoke. They expected him to maybe run around the side, and they shut that down. And I'm trying to think. That was most an eco run, correct? Because I know Pasha did have an AK.
It was.
Okay, so they do shut that down. They do bring it back to even. And here we go. Another gun run coming in for ESC. Can they change their fate here? Can they pick up a round? They've lost 3 straight. But they haven't really been able to work up any picks lately, at least. This Pasha's still just trying to hold them back at Banana. But we do see, I believe that is Fetish actually going to be pushed up. So Pimp going to be watching apartments here. We have 3 members of ESC waiting right there. Actually 4 as Neo's in the back. And here comes the smoke. Here comes the flashes. Can they take down the site, though? Pasha's going to be backing them up from middle. And the 3 members of Copenhagen Wolves are sitting there inside the site looking at apartments. This is not going to be good for ESC if they do come running out of that. Pimp, he's going to sit back in pit. He's going to look for a kill or two here. He's got one on the Snacks. Can he pick up a second on the Taz? He's looking for it, but hasn't gotten it just yet. They're actually going to start piling out of this apartment, and Dupree picks up a kill. And you see Bialy, he wanted to run away. He wanted to back out, but his team didn't let him. But Bialy picks up a kill, but Copenhagen Wolves shutting them down, and Neo, last man standing, get completely destroyed, and the Wolves up 4-3 right now. And that was a gun round for ESC.
Yeah, Dupree and Pimp. Stunning crossfire there. They, as you said, did not allow them out. Bialy wanted to back away from there.
He was trying to run.
Literally, you could see him like, no, oh, Jesus Christ, I might as well go for it now. And they just couldn't do anything. They had no real flashes and nades towards the site that could have alleviated the pressure that was going to be applied. And it does seem as though they're going for that double nade down long again. Oh, at least one then. There's the second. Bialy down to 27 HP. Pasha 66. Bit of a mixed buy as well. That Galil sitting with Snacks and Pasha. Let's see if they can put it to any sort of use. Main focus is around the bottom of the mid towards Banana this time. Oh, Pasha getting dinked there. Zip just about finding him through the smoke. So initial kill will go to the Copenhagen Wolves. So early advantage. And for once, they're not getting the pace dictated to them by ESC. They're really switching this one up. They're happy to wait it out. 5v4, 1 minute on the board. Bear in mind, ESC have been pushing in those last 25 seconds when they've been hitting that B site. So Copenhagen Wolves are in no rush to start challenging just yet. Snacks, though, making a leap. Oh, and Pimp just plucks him out of midair, takes his head off his shoulders and leaves it in a 5v3. And, well, it's not looking good right now. Taz and Bialy down Banana. Neo still looking by A. He's been playing this every single round. I think Freeze knows that. Lined that one up, waited for it perfectly. And now just Taz and Bialy left standing. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to crack open this B site. 27 seconds again. They've been really running this down to the wire. And they've been forcing in here some really late plays coming through. Taz, though, get himself towards the site immediately. Bialy bombed down. 18 seconds and ticking. The rest of the CT side has gone construction. Zips found Taz, and now Bialy left in a 1v4 after plant. He's going to be surrounded in just a moment as Pimp is coming up Banana. Flashes come through, and it's Pimp to pick it up. And Copenhagen Wolves start that ball rolling.
That was just, I mean, it was a great job at ESC to get the bomb down, but they just couldn't hold on to it. They lost too many men, and the Copenhagen Wolves just swarmed over them on that site. Able to take it 5-3 now. 5 unanswered points coming out of the Copenhagen Wolves, and obviously it's a little bit CT-sided, just in terms of how you can hold the sites. But right now, Copenhagen Wolves are making it look a little bit more, a little more CT-side than it actually is. And ESC, they need to come out big here. I mean, obviously they did already qualify. They are guaranteed to be into the group stages, but it's all about seeding now, and they definitely want to be a little bit higher up on the rankings, have a little bit of an easier path to get to the offline finals yet again 2 seasons in a row. And Freeze looking down towards alt middle, gets Taz down. And Freeze, definitely the man to watch, as you've been saying. Another kill for him. He's really shut down this middle. Ever since Neo, walked out of the apartments and just killed him, he's been able to lock that down. It seems like the communication has really picked up within the team. We still have 2 members of ESC pushed up into apartments here, and it looks like for the first time Pasha's not holding Banana by himself, so they're gonna be going for an A push here. But how well can they execute it? That's the real question. Is a nade gonna be coming from Freeze? Not gonna do any damage yet though. And with this crossfire between Freeze and Dupree, they're looking to hold this down very well. 45 seconds left, and it's currently a 5-on-4. Pasha, he's back at Banana. Bomb is with him now. It looks like that A push is actually being moved over to B here, and there's only one man standing between them and that will be Zip. Let's see if he can actually do it. Is Fetish gonna be getting a kill there? On to Neo, who's been dying middle a little bit too often lately, I guess I should say. But here comes the push coming into Banana. Zip, can he hold on to this 1v3 situation? He does have, obviously, backup coming in from the side. He's gonna go for the spray here. Does get some good damage down to Pasha, but he's not gonna get the kill, and that should be Bomb coming down here momentarily as Zip just trying to spray through the smoke, trying to get it. They get the bomb down, but it's a 3-on-5 situation. They don't have great position right now, and ESC, they're looking for any kill they could possibly get at this point. Dupree, will he be able to push up? No, Pimp just comes from the side, takes the kill on the Snacks, and they're going to push in as 5 members against the 2, and now 1 as Freeze picks up a kill, and the last man standing, Bialy, is he able to make anything happen? No, he gets 1, but that's really not enough, and that's going to be another defuse for the Copenhagen Wolves. 6-3, 6 unanswered points. And after the fantastic start ESC pulled off, they haven't been able to do too much now to the Wolves.
Yeah, and I feel as though the Copenhagen Wolves gave, ESC just enough rope for them to hang themselves with them by gifting them that B-side. They're like, okay, guys, you've broken through fine. Get that bomb down, but we're just going to play retake. And that's exactly what they did. And I don't think they lost a member in that last little one exchange, but with Bialy, I think it was Zipnix or Fetish went down. But still, that was a lovely little bit of play coming out from them. 4 men stacked down towards Banana. Fetish going to be having to back away early on. Although Pasha and Bialy did receive that damage off the nade, it looks as though ESC are going extremely aggressive. Snacks gets left alone just in front of Banana. Pasha getting the spray down back towards Fetish and Zip. They've done a good chunk of damage. They've been hoping there's a rotate coming through. No early rotates this time. Back towards mid we go. Maybe trying to catch a player out here. Freeze and Dupree up mid though. No one going in on that. It's just a big, big exchange for very little damage actually dealt. Bar Zipnix, who's sitting on 34. Maybe Bialy on 70. They've all fairly stayed unscathed in this, so can take their time a touch. See where they really want to start looking towards pushing. Smoking up mid, backing away again. T-side still not making their minds up. They love running that clock right down. Testing the patience of the Copenhagen Wolves. It does seem as though they are edging up towards B. Zip could be in trouble. Players just steps away. Flashes and smokes have come out. They've forced at least Fetish to come around towards the A site. That's what they wanted. But here we go. Zip does take down Pasha. Taz quickly avenges, and they are now into the site. Hopefully that smoke is down. It is indeed. So now Fetish can't get an easy shot on the cross. But now the bomb ticking. The T side need to hold on to this B site once again. Can they lock it down this time? Oh, lovely little the spray through the wall there. Taz does find Dupree, though, and now here comes the rest of the Copenhagen Wolves side. 3v4 this time, so already got a little bit of a mountain to climb. Ooh, Fetish's nade could catch Taz there. And it's actually Pim to find Bialy. Pim follows up onto Taz now. Just Snacks and Neo stand. Can the crossfire hold on against the last two? Neo finding Pim, but there's the reply. Freeze and Fetish stand up and get the last two players. And that should, by all rights, be an easy defuse coming in for the Copenhagen Wolves. But nice retake. Not as clean as I can imagine they wanted, but still, they got the round on the board, and the scoreline is 7-3.
The composure the Wolves have is just ridiculous. Like, you saw that initial B rush coming out of ESC, but no one moved. They just sat there. They didn't switch it over.
Fetish rotates A very quickly, and I think ESC like that fact. So they feel as though they get a little bit of an easy entrance, but the moment where they didn't flinch, in my eyes, when they just retook it. Cool,
yeah,
collected.
You saw that. I mean, just perfect nades, perfect flashes coming out. It made Taz back away right into a teammate of his, ends up going down. It's just the Wolves are single-handedly just out-shooting them, outplaying them at this point, and Pasha's going to be pushing up here, but he's going to go down to Fetish right there. He knows the aggression that Pasha's been constantly putting out and uses it against him. Fantastic job by him. And that gives a 5-on-4 advantage here, and if it keeps going like this, I don't think ESC are really going to be able to pick up another round here, as Neo going to be going down to Dupree. Dupree does 5 for 25 health. Freeze, what a shot. They're coming through the smoke right there. And now a 5-on-4 turns into a 5-on-2 now. Noel is looking to secure their 8th round of the half. And Snacks trying to make something happen here, but Pimp slaps him down. And Taz, last man setting, does have that bomb. Going to be heading towards the A side here, but will he save the gun? I mean, 40 seconds left. There's not a lot of money on anyone right now of ESC. But I don't think he can fare too well in this 1v5. It looks like he actually might go for it. Maybe pick up a kill or two, maybe back out then. Yeah, exactly. Fangy's like, shrug, like, what is he doing? And that's the same as I feel. I mean, I don't necessarily know why he's going for it. He's going to be pushing up here. He has 20 seconds left. He does have a bomb, but against 5 members of the Wolves, this gets taken down again. Pimp making his mark on a second target right there, slapping him down. And the Wolves, 8-3. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, big, big play. ESC are being locked out. They're trying everything they can. Their bag of tricks, though, just really not coming into effect. And it feels as though, I don't know, they're lacking something. I don't know what it is, but it's just that lockdown in the afterplants. They're just not doing what they used to do. And, well, we're seeing it again. Freeze has found Bialy there. And already, big disadvantage for the ESC boys. Snacks splitting off towards the apartments, and the stack towards quad is pretty damn vast. Already Dupree getting fairly pushed up. Pimp not just focusing down the pit area this time. Freeze already lined up. I think they know exactly where Snacks is, and Boiler Room is going to be covered in blood in just a second. And it is leaving it in a 5v4 still, but Snacks on 36 HP has fought his way out. He's found one, he's found two. Dupree and Freeze fall down. So already advantage back to ESC. This is a back and forth, but they know Pimp still plays this site. but will they expect him pushed up? That's my question right now. He's rarely done this, and that's exactly the damage it can cause. He's found Snax, gonna be looking for the follow-up, doesn't get it. Neo's already pushed around towards the library. Zip now coming through CTH, finds Neo on his way through. Now Taz and Pasha to find. A lot faster round count from ESC this time, making that plant down with 40 seconds left, but Zip really pushed up towards that A side, gonna be getting his way around. Nade comes in, not too much damage dealt, but maybe Taz will take his head off in just a second, dancing back and forth, waiting to pull him closer, and there we go. There's the execution that Taz was waiting for. And ESC then switching it up a lot, but they got the round on the board, and that's the important factor.
Proving me wrong, too. I mean, I don't think we really could have expected them to pick up a round after the way they've been playing. And we look at the two matches, the one we just saw earlier with Party versus Navi, and this one. And Party, they did such a great job of adapting to how Navi was throwing smokes, throwing flashes, and to really get around that and to outplay them. But right now, ESC, being on the terrorist side, they haven't been able to do that just yet. And maybe this little last round that we saw, that switch of aggression, just committing to a site, is exactly what they needed. And they're getting shut down already at Banana here with these flashes, with these smokes. And actually just turning around, heading back towards middle here. And you can see Freeze, he's caught off guard. He's taken down by Neo, and that's a key member going down. They need him alive. But obviously, Copenhagen Wolves have been able to hold on rounds before that. And even with this 5-on-4, ESC still not looking too strong to just rush a site down or try to take something right away. Still have two men pushed up towards Banana here, with a third in the back. And Zip, only man here right now to hold on to it. And if ESC just rush it down, they might be able to take this one, might be able to lock down another round for themselves, which they desperately need at this point. And Pasha gonna be pushed up, gonna go down to Zip. A perfect flash coming out of him to take him down. And Taz gonna come around, try his luck. And unfortunately for him, it doesn't work out too well. And Zip taking down two. Neo gonna be pushing up this A site. He's actually gonna be taken down by Dupree. And considering how much time, how much effort he committed to that to not get anyone, and to have the whole round fail like that is just really unfortunate for him.
Yeah, very much the get right role, but it's not been paying off.
Definitely hasn't. And you see, maybe they need to switch that up to really lock down some more rounds, but instead they're gonna go for a two-man push here on this A site. And Fetish is the new Tizian, apparently, for the director. And here they go. Pimp, throw some flashes out. Trying to get the shot on the Snax, but unfortunately does miss it. Dupree, he's waiting inside. He's waiting for him to come around the corner. He gets one, but Snax picks him up. But Pimp, crossfire away, gets him down, and that is another round going to the Copenhagen Wolves. Currently up 9-4 here in this first half.
Yeah, it just clicked into my mind that Neo has been trying to play that like get right role. He's been getting himself round here, and it only just kind of clicked in my head. He's like, oh wait, he's trying to catch these final two players who've been kind of making their way through, and whoever they've been playing, whether it's on the site, it's always been that way, but it's really not paid off this time for him. Let's check in the score, but he's 7 to 10. It's not the best showing in the world from him, but still, he's still one of the most talented players. They are just down to an eco now into this 14th round. Freeze misses the shot, and it does allow him to... Oh, stunning follow-up, though. Just annihilates Snax, pins him to the wall, and now the rest of ESC are kind of like, do we really want to push this? I guess we have to. And in we go. Bialy gets a little bit of damage. Zip comes through, gets one, gets two, and the third. My word, make it four, won't you? And he'll do just that. So lovely, lovely little eco bash there coming in from the Copenhagen was making it look so easy. But then again, if I was up against, Taz, Neo on a pistol, and I had, a full buy, I'd still go down in a second. These guys make it look so comfortable. But this is the last round now, the first half here. And it is a best of one. I don't know if this is enough for ESC.
Well, it's only a matter of time before we find that out. And, I mean, you can tell they're trying to switch things up. They're trying to change it around to really get back in this game. But being down 10-4, potentially 11-4 going into the second half is not where they want to be. And it looks like they will be working towards A here, trying to pick it up, trying to play a little bit quicker here, but will it work out? Dupree picks up one, but Taz responds with a kill onto him. And Freeze, he misses a shot, but can he pick up anything with this pistol? Taz gets him down. That's 2 kills. That's exactly what they needed to get into sight. Even Neo picked up a kill on a Pimp, and that will be bomb going down. So we could see a 10-5 here in the first half. They still have Zip. They still have Fetish to worry about. Taz going to be taken down by Fetish right here. Now it's a 2-on-3 situation. Waiting in sight, trying to wait for anyone to push up here. This is going to be really hard for them to retake it, but if anyone can do it, the Wolves can. He spots Neo, but unfortunately not able to get the shot. Flash comes out. He's going to go head-to-head against Neo. Neo gets the better of him, and now it's all to Fetish. Can he do this 1v3? He gets taken down, and ESC not looking too good in the first half, but luckily for them, they do get that last round and bring it to 10-5 here.
Thank God they got that last one, because 11-4 is a little bit daunting. That's when you kind of go, do we really have a chance? If they lose the initial pistol, it can be such an quick downward spiral that it can just completely offset the entire game, even though they may go onto the easier side or the more comfortable side for them. it's going to be a hard-fought task now, and especially if the Copenhagen Wolves pick up that first pistol round, it's going to be hard work for them. But they're certainly talented enough. Taz, I think we all remember that deagle that he did on, I think it was Mirage, something to remember. So they're very talented. They're more than capable of doing it, but whether or not they can, I just don't know. We're going to find out here. It does seem as though Copenhagen Wolves leaving the bomb at spawn. That's how they want to do it. Fair enough. Who am I to judge? We do see a bit of a 3-2 split. Nothing too drastic coming out. Very normal start to it. Neo and Snacks focusing B. Bialy, Taz, and Pasha towards A. So, Priest might just got a glimpse of Snacks there. Yeah, he has indeed. Could be trying to pre-fire out a little bit of something. Nothing getting out of it really, apart from a touch of attack. And there we go. He does finally take down Snacks. He knows there was another member there, though. Pasha quickly gets his rotate shoes on, gets over towards B, just in case they decide to hit it. Neo flashing over. Who's that other player they might have just caught a glimpse of? Goes back again. One connection towards Freeze. Not quite enough. Oh, that's a lovely follow-up from Freeze, though. Comes in perfectly there. Already picking up 2. Can he get the 3rd? Neo will be the last defender of B, at least. And he has taken him down. That's a hat-trick already. Now Taz and Bialy to find. And this just could tip the complete game in favour to Copenhagen Wolves now. Zip holding the rotate through mid, not getting as aggressive as Neo was just a couple of rounds ago, and it has allowed at least a little bit of movement from Taz to come back through round. And now Bialy stands in his way. It's just Taz in a 1v4 hit. The damage has been dealt. He's taken down Dupree, but Freeze will deny it, and that's 5 for Freeze there. Keep that in mind. He just got an ace to take them through 11-5 against ESC. Oh my word.
And the first round of the half, as you were saying before, I mean, 11-4 going into the second half is very daunting if you're on the ESC side, but now 11-5, not looking too much better. Yeah, in the end. But let's see if Copenhagen Wolves can do it. Maybe we see, yeah, we do see Taz actually picked up a shotgun here, so they're going for a little bit of an early buy. But can they hold on to it? Maybe they can catch the Wolves off guard, but honestly, time will tell us here. We see, 2 AKs like Galil, P90 already coming out for the Wolves. And it's going to be very hard for ESC to take him down. And still that 3-on-2 situation happening. Bomb down at spawn yet again. Neo take a little bit of damage right there. Doesn't get any return though onto Pimp. And Taz, that's a beautiful shotgun. That's a beautiful Nova.
It looks pretty.
I really like it. Yeah, the blue. And Dupree pushed up into window. And you see, being very cautious. I think they feel like they can win this round. They just have to make the right move, and getting a kill 2 would definitely open it up. But now we have 4 members pushed up towards A site. Dupree in apartments, and Fetish just blows up Posture right there. Pim gets a kill in a BL, and now Taz all up to him. Can he make anything happen? He gets zipped out. He's gonna turn around, maybe go for Dupree, but just shoots over his head, and that is a 3-on-1 situation now for Neo, who gets a kill with a pistol, and now a shotgun in hand over at the B site. Maybe he's looking to save the shotgun. He's gonna try. He's gonna give it his full effort.
He's showing us that lovely forest leaves Nova there. It's nice of him. It does look quite nice.
Ooh. And it takes heads off, apparently.
Yeah.
Even our director did a little, oh, kind of thing right there. That was a fantastic shot out of him, but while we let this round run down, Panzer, what do you think about the people being able to create their own gun styles and then kind of put it up on the market, like Chris J? He actually has an op design out there. Actually looks amazing.
I like pretty guns. That's my thoughts towards it.
I agree. I really do. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's something you can play for, get the cases, get the keys. It's really cool addition to CS. I like it.
The more important thing to me is the fact that they are funding, or at least, yeah, exactly. The money is going towards esports pools, and it is making teams that may not have, previously had, the monetary incentive to step up and, practice a lot more. Now they have it. That's a huge chunk of change going out towards the next DreamHack. So it's encouraging the scene, which is always a good thing. But anyway, the scoreline is 12-5 in favour of Copenhagen Wolves, if I can get my words out. And right now, ESC, they are in trouble. Checking with the scoreboard so you can see who's at the top right now, because it'll be a slow start, I can imagine. Freeze and Zip for the Copenhagen Wolves, whereas it's Taz and Neo. But look at Neo getting a little bit aggressive down Banana. Gonna have to back off as Freeze and Pimp were there waiting. Pasha and Snacks still locking down that CT arch. Snacks being the first responder, and Pasha being the one to really step up when necessary. Not sure what happened there, but anyway, Taz now coming around, finds Dupree, does get the following shot onto Fetish, but Pim bursts through, and look at this, one after the other, falling like dominoes. It's just so easy for the Copenhagen Wolves right now, and Neo just left in a 1v3. CT side only really had a pistol and Neo's AK, and they knew where Neo was going to be focusing. They've gone to the complete other site. It's going to be a hard way back through. And 13-5 is 2 rounds away from match point. It's certainly a hard-fought way back in if ESC won it. I think Neo is just going to be playing this one smart, holding on to the AK, try and get one on the way out, and that's about it. I have been making my own sound effects, folks. But yeah, as we said, 13-5 is the current scoreline. Copenhagen Wolves, well executed round. All I can say, they were up against an eco, so nothing too special there. Only Neo really had the weaponry. So they decided A is the side to go towards. And now it has to change. Now we have to see ESC stepping back into this.
Definitely, they need this gun round. I mean, this will be the first one, or first official one for them on this half. And if Wolves kill them here, if they shut them down here, I'm not sure that ESC can get back into it. Just momentum-wise, morale-wise within the team. Obviously, they still will give it their all on Dupree. Already taking down to 62 health as Pasha's biceps trying to hold on to this M4. And we see a 4-man push coming onto this A site. So with Fetish back over towards B, trying to hold them down. The 4 remaining members of Copenhagen Wolves are trying to make something happen here. When they hit a site, it's not like a gradual take. It's just like a boom. They hit you, they take that site. They make the plays happen. They get the kills. And let's see if that's going to happen this time. Taz, can he make anything happen off this? Bialy does get a kill. And Taz picks up one himself onto the apartment side. He's going to look for a second onto Zip. He's going to turn around. He's going to go for another kill, but he actually does get onto Freeze here. But still, a 2-on-2 situation. And right now, Pasha and Neo, last 2 men standing against Zip with 5 HP and Dupree with 57. This is going to be very tough for Copenhagen Wolves to hold on. Just trying to throw the bomb across as Pasha just spots it. And they get him down. This is looking very, very good for ESC. Dupree, can he be able to take him down? No. Neil peeks in from the side, gets the kill, and ESC getting a much-needed round for themselves. The first one on the CT side.
John, that little bomb throw could have been huge, but sadly it did fall a little bit short there. It just kind of landed.
They needed Pasha's biceps to throw it.
Exactly. Esports gym, folks. That's the main reason you need to get down there. But no, the bomb didn't quite make his way over towards the site, and Pasha just went, well, thank you for that. I'll just sit here and watch that one as you guys can do nothing with it. So 13-6. Let's see what the Copenhagen Wolves have in store this round. Freeze getting a little bit aggressive down Banana, looking to make his way through. Snacks popping out that smoke. Just going to keep them back. No one going to be pushing through that in any way, shape or form. Even though Copenhagen Wolves are up such a drastic amount of rounds, they're truly respecting the playstyle of ESC. They're not just being, you know, hap-handed with any rounds. Every single one they are working for. Even if it doesn't pay off, it's very, very well played out. And that smoke has completely cut off Pasha from this mid-push, but he's going to come around. He does find Dupree. He spotted another. He's gone back into Boiler. I think that was Zip who just about got away with his life. Freeze now will come around. He's avenged his fallen teammate and given the advantage to the Copenhagen Wolves in this round. They got to have to start that execution now, though. Towards A, they do start to look. Zip does peer out towards the pit there, but he's actually found Taz on the side. Neo now makes his way around the CT arch. He's taken down Freeze. He spots Zip. Not going to take him out, though. Fetish switching up guns, looking to deny anyone pushing back round quad. Finds Neo. Lovely shot. Snacks now the last man standing. 1v3. Pimp already down mid, just laying in wait. No way through here. And that's exactly as to why the scoreline now just trickling away from ESC, 14-6.
And it's so unfortunate for ESC too, because they lost 3 straight. They finally won 1 round on their gun round, and then they go into the next round and lose that. They're hurting on guns. As you can see, they're even buying up half a Famis right there. But considering they don't have much more than that, they're trying to stop this potential tie from coming in. And I don't really think they can with the current gun lineup they have. And just like you said, with Copenhagen Wolves, respecting ESC, you know, not just going for straight pushes, going for straight out aggression, trying to make sure they can play or outplay them in every way they can. I'm not sure they can be able to hold on to this, but ESC definitely going to try Pimp pushed up here. Grenade coming in, does a little bit of damage. And Snacks, he's not spotted yet. He can make a big play happen. He gets one. Can he pick up a second, though? He's going to go for Pimp. Gets it down. And that is 2 kills over at Banana. Dupree going to come up and try to stop this rampage that is Snacks, as he, in fact, does do it. But Neo going to back away. And looks like the rotate's already coming in. A 3-on-4 situation. But look at the Wolves. I mean, they got the kill, and they're just going to push in. Zip gets a kill. He gets a second kill right there. Opens up that B side. And now it's up to Taz and Bialy to stop this tie point from coming in. Can they stop this? Can they do the retake that the Wolves have been so strong at doing over on their CT side? And here come the flashes. Here comes Bialy. Gets taken down by Fetish. And now Taz, last man standing. He's not looking too strong to go for this one. All he has is that pistol. He doesn't have a gun in hand. And Zip just waiting on top of that doorway. Dupree gonna peek out and get the kill. Took him a little bit of time, but that will be match point coming in here for the Copenhagen Wolves to advance into the finals.
Yeah, this looks like it's all going the Wolves' way right now. These guys have turned up. They've shown they mean business. They barely let a round drop. ESC fought hard in this cup. It's the first time they've made it through to the semifinals this time around. So it was the best chance they had, but the Wolves were just a little bit too strong this time, I feel. But still, things might change. Who knows? I feel as though maybe I'm asking a bit much, but let's find out what we have in store for what could possibly be the last round. Snacks, though, finding Fetish. That's certainly the way they want things to start if they want to if they do want to turn this one around. Zip now looking towards the apartments, but his Pim bursting through towards that CT. No, it was Quad, actually, excuse me. Now let's see if the Copenhagen Wolves are going to go for the execution. Taz lays and waits, gets 2 down. Can he find the last 2 standing? Dupree and Zipnix now. Zipnix finds Pasha. Dupree comes round. Might just spot out Snacks. Oh, he's got the tag towards him. 14 HP left towards Snacks. He's got the follow-up kill. It's a 2v2. My word, if they claw this one back from such a deficit of players. Neo goes for the challenge. Dancing back and forth. But Taz is actually rotating around the back. But Zip has found Neo, and now it's all on Taz in a 1v2 to save the day for ESC. The classic member, the one who's been there for so long, has to once again go huge. He's got the first. But look at Dupree. He is off. He's got his Nike Airs on. He's not even going to look back towards A. He's going over to B. He's got 37 seconds odd. He's got all the time in the world to do this now. And there we go. Bomb planted. It's time to lock it down, set it up. Taz is left on 7 HP. It's not looking good for him. And Dupree just holding the cross. Not even going to go for the peak. Completely laying in wait, waiting for Taz to show his hand. Whether he goes to construction or straight towards the site. I think Taz is just looking for a way back in. The clock is obviously ticking, and this could be game over. Taz just bursts in towards the site. Dupree lays in wait. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Copenhagen Wolves have made their way through. They've taken down ESC, and they've got themselves in with a fantastic chance of getting those finals underway nice and quickly. Indeed.
Sorry, I had to do it too.
Boom. But yeah, let's turn that down before he makes any more sound effects. But no, that was so well played out from the Copenhagen Wolves. I can't say a bad word about them. ESC initially were drawing out the plays. They were going back and forth, trying to at least control the pace and dictate the pace towards the opposition. But I think the Copenhagen Wolves just played for the retakes. And they're like, okay, we might over-rotate. We might put one player in the wrong site and you hit the other. But we'll be back there and we'll take your site back anyway. So they truly, you know, did give us a good showing of their abilities. And I don't know how they'll do against the party, though. I always feel as though they're an unknown element. And I am referring to it as the party.
Yeah, I got you saying
well.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're definitely right. The Wolves, I've never seen a team be that strong at retaking a site, or at least do it so flawlessly and so smoothly. And I mean, yeah, like you said, they let ESC in, but they took it back, and they took the rounds because of that. And
right.
Their composure, I said it a little bit earlier, but it was so spot on. Like, they didn't flinch at all in terms of over-rotate in some way. They would have locked that down. But just like I said, up against the party next, party did phenomenally well against Navi. They adapted so quickly.
Yep.
But now, you're going up against the Copenhagen Wolves, if I can get my words right. I believe they're in second place currently in terms of points.
Yes, they were anyway.
So you're up against the number 2 team. You beat the number 4 team on Navi, but can you beat the number 2 now? And it's gonna be a tough battle, but it is a best of 3, so they have multiple chances to do it.
Yeah, and let's just have a little quick recap of the stats as well, because I think we need to see this. Pretty much Taz, half of the kills he got were from a headshot, 57%. Neo hitting it pretty hard as well. But it's not even though they were playing badly as individuals. They're playing very well. They just got completely outgamed as a collective. Fetish there, 72% headshot rate. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Not the biggest amount of kills, you know, compared to the deaths, but still 11 to 11. It's fairly respectable, but it's just an overall kind of nod towards their team play being the strongest element on the Copenhagen Wolves. They dealt with it so perfectly. Freeze has his outstanding moments, added Zip on 22 to 12, obviously there. But still, as just, you know, a team, they built up, they used, you know, correct money systems, they read the plays perfectly, and they just were the stronger side overall. I can say nothing against it. Taz, though, 21 to 18, they still couldn't quite clinch it. It's almost heartbreaking to see there for me.
Yeah, see someone drop that many kills and just unfortunately not be able to pick up the win. But I do have to say one thing. Dupree didn't have his Nikes on, he had his Adidas on. Because Copenhagen Wolves are sponsored by Adidas.
Wow.
As seen by Fetish. Yeah, I totally just noticed that too. I would have said Nike in the same situation. But I don't know if I'd have put that one out there.
Kappa. Oh God, I've just said Kappa on a Twitch stream and I didn't even mean it. I'm so sorry.
You heard it here first.
I'm so sorry. But anyway, guys, we will be back with the grand finals in just a moment. It will be between the party and, well, Copenhagen Wolves, as you just saw. And they've shown their dominance, so guys, do not go too far away because it's going to be an incredible best of 3.
professional-grade communication tool. The choice of professional teams. Perfect stream viewing experience. Chosen by online streamers.